Sales at gun stores across the country skyrocketing in the wake of the latest mass shooting. 49 people were shot and killed at a nightclub in Orlando over the weekend.
KOCO Steve Botari is live now with the owner of H&H Shooting Sports to talk about the local trends we're seeing after this tragedy. Steve?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Here at H&H with Miles Hall, who is the founder and president here at H&H. And what are you guys seeing locally right after this event? Are you seeing gun sales spike here in Oklahoma?
Well, normally Oklahomans, when these events happen, typically take a little bit of a breather before they turn around and do anything. Also, we're pretty well armed in Oklahoma anyway, as far as that goes. But no, once the talk gets started, people's concern really is less about buying something that the government says they're going to get rid of, as much as it is buying something that they can protect their family with. And all of these guns are all about protecting one's family and one's home.
And so the gun is now coming back into the forefront, and certainly yes. the debate in D.C. Yeah. One of the things that's coming up is the background checks. Now, right. The suspect in Orlando went through and passed background checks. Right. Can you explain really briefly to people who don't understand them, what is the background check even looking at?
Well, okay, first of all, in order to purchase a gun in any state, you have to be a state resident of that state. You have to be a certain age, in this case 21 for a handgun. And then they fill out a paperwork, 7 pages in the case of Oklahoma, and you fill this out, and then it's called into the National Instant Check System, and basically that's the FBI, and then they're going to look through this to see if there's any prohibitive matters to keep you from being able to purchase a gun.
What would those be?
Oh, prohibiting matters like you've had a convicted felony, or if you've had too many DUIs, or if you've had a victim's protection order filed against you, or if you're not a citizen. These are all things that can be a prohibitive factor, if you will, in regards to the National Instant Check System verification process.
Okay. Now, in the case of the shooter in Orlando, none of those things existed, but there were these investigations by the FBI. Is that something that you think should be on those background checks?
Well, an investigation's not a charge, you know, and the problem that we're getting in all this is we get into some real shaky ground about limiting what freedoms we have, and we just have to be careful with that. You know, this guy was a security officer as well on top of all of that, and he'd gone through that process, which is another background check, by the way, that goes into all of that. So, you know, the National Instant Check System is a great system, not that it doesn't have its foibles in trying to get things adjusted, but it's still a good process to make sure that people are legitimately able to purchase a gun without any preclusions.
And as an owner here, I wanted to get your take on this. What responsibility do you feel when you sell a firearm for what the people do with it who buy it?
Well, our job is to do as much as we can in helping the guest understand all of the things, the responsibilities involved in gun ownership, as much as we can do that with them. You know, you will find that bad people typically don't come to a gun store because, you know, bad people don't follow the rules. You know, and that's the thing that we keep forgetting about in this country sometimes. They keep thinking all these rules are going to make some big difference, and they really don't. You know, because bad people don't follow the rules. They don't follow that particular chain at all.
Okay. Although in this case, he did go through the background checks and get the weapons legally.
Yeah, this guy, he did. He had no reason to not be able to purchase them the way the system is set up. Because an investigation is not a charge yet.
And Miles, I want you to walk us through this because you have said something,
sure.
A demonstration for us. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of talk about an AR-15 or an assault-style weapon.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying that's basically a misnomer.
Well, first of all, this term assault rifle is so wrong because that is a selected fire or a machine gun, and none of these are. They're semi-automatics. They just happen to have the look. The same thing that makes this one, you know, which is similar to the one that was used in the attack, is the same thing that makes this .22 work, the same thing that makes this shotgun work, the same thing that makes this hunting rifle work. The functions are the same. It's just the look is different. That's the only thing different in them. And so if you're going to go around and say we need to ban this, then you're really banning everything else that goes along with it.
So when you say this, which was the gun similar to the one used in the attack,
we call them a platform gun, and the term AR, you know, they keep thinking that means assault rifle. It doesn't. You know, it's Armalite was the name of the company who coined the phrase AR. So, okay. You know, they were a company that produced guns.
What makes these all the same?
How the ammunition's fed to be fired. They all come from a magazine that would be located here, then they're fed through here, and when you pull the trigger, the round fires, it ejects the empty, puts in a new one. Same thing for this one, same thing for this one, same thing for this one. So all 4 of these operate exactly the same. The difference is this just looks different. And that's, you know, you get into dangerous territory when you start saying we need to ban something just because it looks different.
And now, are they all able to hold similar style magazine capacity?
Yes. Oh yeah. You can get extended magazines for all of them. Yes. Yeah, so that's not and of course here again we keep trying to blame a thing for the actions of an individual. We really need to put all the emphasis back on the individual, because if we're going to start blaming the thing, then we need to get rid of cars because there's drunk drivers, you know, or irrational drivers. That's silly, you know. It's not the car's fault. It's the individual that was behind the wheel. It's not the gun's fault. It's the individual behind the trigger.
Sure. Of course, the counter argument is limiting the access for those individuals to weapons like this or other weapons they can get their hands on could potentially limit the events like this.
That's wishful thinking. Bad guys don't follow the rules. They never have. You know, and that's the problem we got to remember over and over again. Bad people don't follow the rules when they're going to go out and commit mass crimes like this. You know, it's not like they're going to stop at a sign that says no guns either. You know, I mean, in fact, one of the common threads among all these shootings, they've all happened in so-called gun-free zones, because that eliminates the ability for you and I as a citizen who may have gone to the trouble of getting a permit to be able to even put up a defense. So they're going into, honestly, what's a victim-rich environment, and that's sad. I'm not a fan of these gun-free zones at all. You know, I want to at least be on the same even keel with the bad guy. If they're going to try to cause harm, I want to be able to put up a defense.
Okay. Miles, really appreciate you showing this and demonstrating the difference between all these or the similarities as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Happy to do it.
Really